Most people treat garden tools like disposable items, picking up whatever is cheapest at the local hardware store, only to toss it when the hinge gets sticky or the edge goes dull. But then you pick up something like these Japanese-made bypass pruners, and the difference is immediate. It is not just about the weight, which sits right around 8 ounces, but the way the balance feels in the palm. There is a certain density to the steel that tells you this was built to last for decades, not just a single season. The design is incredibly stripped back. You won't find any fancy ergonomic rubber molding or complex locking mechanisms here. It is just high-grade steel and a simple vinyl coating on the handles. Some might find that a bit too basic, but there is a beauty in that simplicity. Because there are fewer moving parts to fail, you end up with a tool that just works every single time you reach for it. When you're out in the yard tackling fruit trees or just cleaning up some stubborn branches, the action is remarkably smooth. It cuts through stems with a clean, surgical precision that makes you realize how much you have been struggling with those cheaper, mass-produced alternatives. The red and silver finish is iconic for a reason, though it does show its age if you are the type to leave your gear out in the rain. That is actually the one catch with this thing. Because it is high-carbon steel, it demands a little bit of respect. If you leave it damp, it will show you some surface rust pretty quickly. It is not a tool for the lazy gardener who forgets their equipment in the grass overnight. You have to wipe it down and maybe give it a drop of oil every now and then. It is a small price to pay for a blade that stays this sharp for this long. The size is just right for most hands, sitting at about 8 inches long, so it doesn't feel like you are lugging around a heavy piece of machinery. It is nimble enough for delicate pruning, but sturdy enough to handle a decent-sized branch without feeling like it is going to snap under the pressure. Honestly, once you get used to the way these handle, it is hard to go back to anything else. It is one of those rare finds that actually lives up to the reputation, provided you are willing to put in the tiny bit of effort required to keep the steel happy. If you want a tool that feels like an extension of your hand, rather than a piece of hardware you are fighting against, this is pretty much as good as it gets.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.